What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sharp Technique. I got some fly EDC pouches here, no pun intended. And I want to just do a quick review too, so you guys can see what I keep in my pouches. So starting off, these are the exact same type of pouch, same manufacturer. These pouches are from Roaring Fire. These are awesome pouches, very well built. I really like the fact that these are YKK zippers. As you guys know, YKK is very reputable. They have a nice little hanger here for your bag, or maybe if you want to put them up on a wall, on a nail. They have a nice little front zipper, and of course, you're going to get a rear zipper also. Let's start off here with this one. There is some common items in each, some common brands. They're probably set up the same. So let's just start off right here. So what I have here, and remember, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So you might see doubles of the same item, but starting off here is a nice little key clip here, lanyard style, but I'm keeping a flashlight on here. This is my Olight, the 1IR, 1-2, I1R2, something like that. But I really like it because this doesn't come off. There's a lot of flashlights where you have to pull this completely off to charge it. I really like the fact that this will never come off, so I'll never lose this bezel, and I really like that. Very easy to charge also. This light has 2 stages. One is just like a moonlight stage, and the other one is just a more intense stage. And just staying with the theme of flashlights, I also have the new Arcfeld flashlight from Olight. I really love this because it has 2 different settings. You could use this as a laser, or you could use this as a light. So I think that's a very, very awesome tool to have out in the wild, and maybe even for those of you that conduct meetings or anything like that, if you want to point the laser at the board. So you can always have a nice little EDC everyday carry light. So this is my second light. Moving on to the knives, I have an SOG. I forget what the name of this knife is, but I really like it. It's super sharp. I think I skinned one small animal one day that I went hunting with it, so it did really good. Like I said, it's extremely sharp. So really good to have 2 of each because you just never know. Now here we have a banter. This is the let me do that again. This is the Wee Knife banter. I really love the color scheme on this thing, and the knife has been phenomenal. So I like to have 2s of stuff. So now you're seeing 2 knives, 2 lights, so on and so forth. So that's that. And of course, you got to have a pen. This one's from Big Idea Design. This is the TI. These are short pens, but very versatile and made of titanium. So you know that these are going to be pretty indestructible and will last the test of time. And I've had these for about 3 years now. Along with that, I'm going to keep a nice little field notes here. Nice little booklet where I can store my notes, anything that I need to write down. This is a all-weather, so I don't have to worry about my writing getting smudged off here, even if it does rain. Never know when you need to write something down. So awesome right here for that. And then in that same pouch, of course, I'm going to keep somewhat of some medical stuff. Not really medical, but just first aid. So I got some Band-Aids and of course some alcohol prep pads, just in case. You never know when you need alcohol, and you never know when you're going to need a Band-Aid. Also have some nice and trusted toothpicks, so I like to keep those around. And of course, keeping with the Wii theme, I have a wedge here. This is a wedge made by Wii. It has a nice little bottle opener up top. It's got some aggressive jimping here and some very good more thin jimping, if you will, here for grip, and of course the wedge itself. I love the fact that it has a pocket clip, so if I can't put it in here, I will at least be able to carry it in my pocket out in the field. And remember, something like this frees up your pockets for other items that you may want to carry. I carry an SE Randall's Adventure training card only because in emergency situations you forget sometimes what you're supposed to do. Adrenaline kicks in and fear kicks in. So here are some tips on survival if you're lost, if you need a shelter, if you need to do some signaling. Also, here are the ground to air distress signals. If you guys buy these, the SE knives, this will come included in the pack. So just check these out. These are hard laminated cards. I really like that because they're not paper, so they'll stand up to the test of weather. Of course, I keep a book of matches. You're always going to need fire. And to follow up with the fire, in this small little pouch, I keep a mini Bic lighter. So again, 2 of each. 2 is 1 and 1 is none. And then last but not least, I keep a nice set of pliers. Now these are made from Swiss Tech. Please don't sleep on Swiss Tech. It's very inexpensive, but I'm telling you guys, this stuff is built well. So this doubles up, triples up as a screwdriver. So you got 2 different types of screwdrivers. You have the bigger Phillips and the smaller one. And on the other side, kind of the same deal. Bigger flathead, smaller flathead. And of course in here you have a bottle opener. I believe you can even cut some wires here with this top one. So again, I'm always going to have a set of pliers in all of my little kits because I need to have the pliers. You never know when you have to grip something, or maybe you're in a situation where you need to probably make a shelter, bend that cable, the wiring, whatever it is, and you'll be able to do that with better grip. So now that I've showed you guys this one, let's move on to the second one. Okay, moving on to my second pouch. You guys are going to see a lot of commonalities here, common items, probably even the same brands, only because these two, I wanted to make them very similar, and I bought 2 of the same stuff, just a tad bit different. So here again, same thing. This is a Roaring Fire pouch. I believe they still have them. Again, these are very, very legit pouches, YKK zippers. So you have to get one. These are awesome. So again, somewhat similar of a setup. I have a light. Again, this is an old light, but this is the upgraded version of that first one that you saw. This is the same thing. I think it's the IR2, but this one is USB-C, where the other one I believe was a micro USB. And here I have the OTF Boker Plus. This is out the front, and this is California legal. That's why I ended up purchasing this. I do live in California at the moment. So just to stay with the theme of the knives, this is another banter, but this is my black banter, and I really like these because they're small and they fit perfectly in these pouches, and it's a good knife. Overall, I've carried this knife for a while and it has not failed me. And also with the common items of the knife, I have another arc felt here. This is in an OD green, I believe. And again, you got the laser and you have the light, and that's the moonlight setting, and it's got some good settings and it'll really punch out there. So really like that. Awesome lights. And again, rechargeable with the nice little chargers that they give you, which I believe they include these little chargers here. But I have the wall one, so I just click it up and hang it on the wall. I have a wedge here. I really love these wedges. I haven't been able to find more of these. Believe it or not, these are probably the best wedges that I've owned. I really like how sharp this is. I can open boxes, pull nails, whatever I have to do, staples, you name it. I've been able to do it with this little bad guy right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep looking for these, and maybe one day buy a few of those. And to stay with the theme of the wedge, I have another wedge. This is another Wii wedge, same as the last one, except this one is in a black color. And again, nice little jimping. What I don't like about these is they're not sharp enough here. So 4-star review, you guys need to do a better job with that. I would like these to be sharper. Another big idea design knife. This is the brass one. These are titanium and they're small, and I really like them because they fit perfectly in my hand. And again, this is a small pack. I consider these more like city packs. I don't think I would, take this stuff out to the country. Plus, I'd be carrying a bigger pack. So just to get around the city, I think is cool. Again, a nice little notebook. Matches, of course. The same card. As you can see, I've purchased a bunch of SC knives, so I have a bunch of these. And I think last but not least, it's going to be a lighter, doubling up on the fire, and of course the Swiss Tech gear, just like my last one, except I've had this one for over 12 years. Pliers on one side, cutters, bottle opener. If you want to make a little pilot hole, screwdrivers, Phillips flatheads, and then ruler on one side, and I believe the inside of one of these has another ruler here. So I always want pliers. I don't know why, but I always feel like if there's something that I can't like really do with my fingers, pliers always come in handy. So that's it, guys. 2 awesome EDC pouches. Roaring Fire. Go get one before they're all sold out. I love these things. They are good material, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, this one does say YKK, just so you see that I wasn't lying to you. So they're all YKK, except this one has that tab where these don't, but I'm sure they would not have lied about having all of them be YKK. And these, for me, these are the best zippers. So thanks, guys, and as always, stay sharp.